This time we will continue with the Korean certification application form for the processed food and handlers. Okay, well, this time we'll go through. Last time we got through the application form, and then this time we will go through organic system plan. Okay, if you do some if you put some information on the application form here, you will see all these things here. So you don't need to recopy or retype again here or company name and business or something, because it's automatically copy from the application form. So please complete the application form first and check here if it's incorporated. More than one, yeah. If it's incorporated, if your company is incorporated, then just check incorporated. But it's individual, please individual. Either it's okay, it will be okay. No, it's not a big deal. Okay. And the organic manager is important. The company present. So in most of cases, the representatives is not the one who do the record keeping or some others, but there is another person who take over all the certification management. So that's we call the organic manager. So we have to define appoint. You have to appoint one person for the organic management. So the organic manager's name here and his phone number here and the email address. Please provide email address, because this email address is very important, because we're continuing contact with this email address. So if not, there's no way to communicate. So phone number and email address is important with the name here. Okay, next, application type. It should be one of the new or the renewal. Okay, expiring extension or certification cessation. That will not be applied to in most cases. And certification type, handler or organic processed food, organic animal feed. So if you just repack or repacking or some handling, you just click here handler. But if you process, if you mix with some another ingredient or the manufacturer something, you have to check here the organic processed food. So in Korea, it's clearly separated each other. So whether it's handler or whether it's processed food, it's sort of different. So you have to check either one of these. Okay, don't check here anything, and because this is just applies to the Korean certification. This not applies to. We're not applying for iPhone EU Core Canadian organic resin to Dolnara. So just leave this. Just leave this in blank. Okay, certification history. If you are ever certified by the Korean organic standard, and we have to check here yes. But if not, then no. In most of cases, you have to check here no. If you have yes or yes here, you have to clarify here in detail. And in some cases, you will not be able to certify because of this. There are many conditions to be able to certify. Okay, in most of cases, it should be no. But if you ever certified by the Korean standard, then you have to check here yes. It could be okay, but don't be careful with the 3 yes here. Okay, and next we go application detail. If you have a separate facility, separate facilities, you have to specify here like a processing facility and the number. This is the number one processing facility, number one packing facility. If it's all different in a separate area, in a different area, then you have to specify here the address and the area. Especially address and area is important. The lot number is not important. No, it is not a big deal. Address and area of the facility, total facility is important. So if you just have one facility, just put a main facility or the processing facility and put the address and the area. This will be fine. And next one is product name. So if you want to apply just one product and put one product here, the origin of the main ingredient, this is important. So if it's produced in the United States, put here United States, USA, estimate annual production per item, per product is very important. This one, unlike the other certification regulation, Korean regulation is very thorough to this estimated annual production, because whenever this number for each product is very important, because whenever you export your product to Korea, the amount, the quantity will be reduced from this number. So when it goes to zero, we will not be able to issue transaction certificates. So you have, the number is very important, and the inspector will evaluate whether this number is applicable, adequate to your operation or not, your operations capability, based on your ingredient capability, also production capability. So this is very important. For the first time, previous year production, this is about the Korean certified product. So for the first time, it could be zero. But next year, in consequent the second year renewal inspection, you have to put your exact number of the previous year production. This number is the exact the quantity, the amount, and this one is the just estimated annual production. So this is very important, and this is all this information is for per product. So if you have one more to three more product, you have to specify here. If it's the cell is not enough, then you can add more cells. Sorry, this you can add more cell here. Sorry, this is the Korean version. So I'm sorry, I'm using the Korean version. So next time we'll prepare this video clip with English version of the window. I'm sorry. But anyways, you have to, it will be, this 5 sections, 5 columns will be enough for you to specify all your product here. But if it's more than 1, more than 5, I think it's better to add or submit a separate sheet with all these items. Okay, next one is the processing and handling. Production line, you have to specify the line here. If it's a little bit complicated, and then this the equipment should be correspond with the facility map, because the facility map should indicate all the equipment. So the name of the equipment here should be corresponding the equipment on the map. Okay, if it's very complicated, too many, you can make it. You can merge some equipment here, and the name of the production grinding machine, or like a baking machine, or some other equipment. Please specify here the equipments. And this is important. So whether it's organic only, or whether it's conventional only, or whether it's used for both organic and conventional. So if it's all if all the equipments are used only for organic, we can say that it's only organic operation. So if some facilities, if the equipments are only used for organic, the management it will be a lot easier than the operation which is using all the equipments for both organic and conventional. So if it's if equipment are used for the organic and conventional, that's we call parallel production. In the parallel production, there are so many conditions. The sample must be taken, tested for the residue testing, and the purge has to be done, and the record keeping, like a changeover procedure from conventional to organic, or these necessary measures should be taken before processing and before handling the certified product. So we'll give you a more detailed explanation in later. And capacity per hourly capacity should be listed here. Well, this is not a big deal. If you don't know exact the numbers, then just give approximate numbers here. Okay, organization structure. So this is important also because we need to know, certifiers need to know who is involving to the organic processing, organic production. So all the names, who's the one who take responsible for the organic processing or handling, and who's gonna responsible for the record keeping, and how many workers are involved to the organic processing or the handling. So also with all this, the related personnel must be trained to the for the Korea Organic Standard. So in the first page here with me, you need to download Korea Organic Certification Standard. So that we can train with your staff workers with the standard on this OSP. So first you complete this OSP and give training to your workers and staff for the organic system management system for Korea Organic Standard. So if it's better to specify all the names and the roles here, but if it's inefficient, you can attach the organization chart if more space is needed. Okay, the next one is the processing and handling method. This is very important, but this one will be complete ingredients player list. Provide details of the organic ingredient used. So you have to specify all the ingredients, supply all the ingredients. So since we have a separate sheet and 3 here, so you have to specify all your ingredient here. Name of the ingredient, okay, like sugar cane, for instance, sugar cane here. Supplier is on-farm produce. If you produce by yourself, you can say the on-farm produce. But if if you buy from others, you have to specify. You have to write here the supplier's name. But supplier is not the is not the person you buy from, but this supplier means the certified operation by the Korean certification, because because you are applying for the Korean organic processed organic certification for the Korean processed food. So all the ingredients must be certified by the Korean regulation. This is the very basic requirement. So all these certified operators, supplier must be certified under the Korean regulation. So you have to check with the certificate and then certifier's name. This is certifier's name. Certified operator's name should be here. That's the supplier. This is not the person, or this is not the company you buy the ingredient from. But this supplier is the certified operation under the Korea regulation. So the name should be here. And the certification body is the Korean certification body, like DCOK or some other certification body's name should be here. And certification number is for the Korean certification number, not the other certifier's number. This certification number, you can find this certification number on the Korean certificate at the top of the Korean certificate. And certification type is KNOP, yeah, our Korea National Organic Program or Korea Organic Standard codes. Okay, or the K, yeah. Okay, this, but don't put EU, NOP, or iPhone, etc. But you have to put here codes or the KNOP, that's Korean Organic Certification Program. So you have to specify or the main ingredient, organic ingredient. So in order to apply for the organic Korea Organic Certification, above 95%, more than 95% of the ingredient must be organic, Korean certified organic. So all organic ingredients should be specified here. And if you use some processing aids or the additives or the minor non-organic ingredients, you have to specify here or the non-ingredients, including salt, minor ingredients and additives and processing aids. The ingredient name should be here, and the supplier's name. The supplier is just supplier. The producer who produced the product is not the broker's name. If it's approved to the Korean standard, you can check here approved. If it's same as last year, if it was certified by the last year, and this is like a renewal second year application, then you can check here if it was certified, if it was approved last year. Okay, like X. Yeah. So all the non-ingredients, non-organic ingredients should be specified here. Okay, we've got the this is some problem here. Sheet number sheet 4. Organic processed food only that provide details of organic raw ingredient ratio. This is only for the processed food. This now applies for the handler. Handler because handler is not doing any. It's just repacking. It's not processing anymore. So complete organic ingredient contents table and product flow chart. The sheets are provided in I'm sorry, this is number 3, right? And sheet 4 here, sheet 4 here, the contents table. So in many cases the products are the single ingredient. If it's a single ingredient, it could be okay. It could be fine in the most of cases. Okay, if it's like apple, 100%, 100 kilos, and that's if nothing used, the chemical ingredient and food additives should be here, but water, salt, processing aids should be written here. So in this case, Korean people, this is Korean standard, 100% organic, because apple 100%. But here, if non-organic something here, just 1 kilo, in 0.01% of organic. So it should be more than 95%. If it's lower than 95%, it could not be certified. Okay, sun processing ads or the water salt. This one is known that or these things will not contain in the final product, but the ingredient and the food additives could be containing in the final product, but amount of water, salt, and the processing ads will not be existed on the final product. That's why this one will not calculate it, will not affect to the ratio, but the food additives and the ingredients should be listed here. So this one will let you know how many percentage organic percentage of your product. Okay, the total amount input is 101 kilowatts, and total yield you have to specify here if it's like 80 kilowatts. So total input is the 101 kilowatts, and then total output is the 108 kilowatts. You will have an yield ratio here. Production yield ratio is a 79.21%. So the total yield ratio is very important. We're gonna go through this ratio reconciling during the on-site audit and input mass balance. Okay, so make additional to below the inputting numbers. The computation. Yeah, please don't use any number here. Just the product name here and the amount of here for just one batch or one lot. Okay, any number could be okay, but if it's calculated for the 100%, like percentage, that could be acceptable as well. Okay, next one here, packaging material type. If it's whether it's a PP or the PE, polypropylene, or the polyethylene, that will be fine. But like a PVC, polyvinyl chloride, no, that's not the biodegradable materials. That's not allowed to use in Korean standard. So the final packaging material should be a PP or the PE, polyethylene. Weight amount to the per packaging. So if it's in a box, please provide the weight and amount per package here, number of the product per box, and the package if it's repacked again in a box, and plus number of the products per box here, weight of each box. Okay, if it's not price, if it's just packaging, you don't need to put here and here. If it's not packed with the box. Okay, production flow chart should be here with a diagram. So for here, product name, if you give the product name here something, you will see the same product number here. So you don't need to retype again here the name. You have to provide production flow chart, including from the beginning, from the ingredient incoming to the finished product outgoing, throughout all the procedures, including subcontracting procedures, if there's a subcontractor. Okay, this is the contents table of each product. Okay, so this is very important, but this one is not important. This one is not necessary. So for this organic ingredient contents table is not applies to the handlers, because handler is not mixing or is not processing anymore. So just repacking just one ingredient, one material. So this one is not applies, but this product flow chart have to be provided. for each product for handlers. Okay, next, now what method are used to regulate the area when ingredients? And this is not a big deal. Room temperature, or the chill storage, or the freezing storage. So it's not a big deal. Just provide a brief information. But if you are using some gas or some radiation things, that's not allowed. But like a temperature or something, this is not a big deal anymore. Anyways, I go to the pest and germ control. Germ control is the control and the germ management outsourced to the contractor. This the main focus is whether the pest control and germ controls are done by the outsourced contractor or not, subcontractor or not. So if you manage by yourself or the pest and this germ control, check here no. But if you have a subcontractor, please check here yes and provide their name here. Okay, the main focus of this is whether the management pest control is subcontractor or not. Yeah, if yes, then provide the details. Attach the pest control consignment contract and service report and the maps that shows chemical information. Okay, we'll go through this next in some of the documents. Describe the pest germ control, and the management and prevention method implemented in the facility. So please provide here how the pest and germs are controlled on your facility. There are so many ways to control the pest and disease, like a mechanical way, and the biological way, and chemical method. Mechanical method and the biological method, and the final is the chemical method. So just describe here the lock, the door, and broom in a mechanical way, and mechanical method, and like a biological method, use of the pheromone traps. But the bait station is not allowed. If the baits are the poisonous, that's not allowed to use in the organic facility, but outside the facility could be fine. But what the methods are used to prevent organic products from being contaminated by the prohibited germ and control substances. If any chemical materials, chemical treatments are not used inside of the facility, this is not applies. You can say here we don't use any chemical or the prohibited pest control substances inside of the building or the facility. So no, we are use only mechanical method or the biological method, and we not use any chemical method. There will be a right answer. But if it just in case if you use chemical treatment inside of the building, then this one is asking how you protect your product or the equipment from the contamination of chemical products. So in order to use the chemical method to control the pest and the germ, or the ingredient and the equipment must be removed from the facility, or it should be deeply covered by the vinyl or some other means, so that it will not be contaminated. Okay, this is the general method of the pest control, and this is the prevention method. How it's prevented from the contamination by using the chemical treatment for the pest control. Okay, completing chart below for each pest control product and substance used. Okay, this is very important. So in many cases, the pest control, subcontractor pest company, they might use the chemical treatment outside the building, but this one is not applied to the outside building. We're just talking about the inside of the building. So if nothing used inside of the building, you don't need to specify or the product name here and then use. But if some chemical methods are used inside of the building, you have to provide detailed information on here. But if not anything, any the chemical materials are not used inside of building, you can check here the not applicable, because not used any, which means not used any the chemical treatment, chemical product inside of the building. Okay, this we finished the past and jump control here. Let's go to the equipment, cleaning and sanitation. This is talking about sanitation. Describe the cleaning and sanitation procedure and schedule used for the tools, equipments, and container. So just brief, give some sanitation procedure or the cleaning manual here, or you can say here attach documents for the SOP or something. Simply, and describe the cleaning, sanitation procedure and schedule used for the handling, processing, packaging, and storing facility. This one is the same, but this one is talking about equipment, and this one is talking about the facility, the room. Okay, and this one is to describe the method to use used to prevent organic products from being contaminated by the cleaners and sanitizers, and prohibited substances and other foreign substances. So this is about the cleaners and sanitizers and disinfectant. Just in case if you use some cleaners or the sanitizers, which made of the chemical substances, you have to do certain the prevention method, like rinsing twice with the hot water, and because of using the sanitizer or disinfectant like NaOH or the chlorinated water, you have to check pH level with the test paper. So this this kind of prevention method, or the method not being contaminated by the cleaner or the sanitizer, is necessary. So just write here simply says we do check the pH test for the rinsing water, for the final rinsing water, to make sure that all the chemical effects are removed totally from the facility. Yeah, those answers will be fine here. So just in case, if you don't use any cleaner or sanitizer and the disinfectant, you can simply say here, we don't use any chemical products in the facility or the equipment. That's why there's no risk of the contamination. But if you are using some chemicals, then you have to specify here the method how to protect the organic integrity from the chemical product effect. Okay, let's go continue with the number 4 here. This is about the product, cleaner and disinfectant and the sanitizers. The product name should be here, and then purpose of use, the location of use, frequency of use date. Okay, if you don't use any chemical cleaners, simply check here, not applicable. Which means we don't use any other chemical sanitizer or the cleaner or disinfectant. Okay, and then if you're using some the chemical products, please some the records and log of the washing and the cleaning and sanitation implemented. Okay, the next one is packaging. For packaging, to describe the type of the material and the method used to packaging finished products. Final packaging, PP or PET or PE, not PVC. Packaging method, vacuum packing or the like a normal packing, vacuum packing, or in bulk. Yeah, the method of packaging should be here. Present the test result for the packaging material. So packaging material, which indicates whether it's polypropylene or polyethylene, should be submitted. Is the packaging material recyclable or the biodegradable? You have to check your yes. Some others will check here. No, this is not this is non-compliant to the standard. So packaging material must be recyclable or biodegradable. So yes, here. So all synthetic sterilizer or the preservatives or the fumigants used in the packaging material, container, or storage. No, you have to hear no. It's not used. Okay. Describe the management method for the packaging material being recycled or reused. Okay, if this is talking about the recycled or reused, in many cases, like a polypropylene, polyethylene, that's a recyclable material. So we use the final packaging material for the recyclable. But in many cases, the packaging materials is not reused. So you can simply say here the packaging material is recyclable, but it's not reused anymore. That is the perfect answer here. But just in case, if the final packaging or the semi-product packaging is reused, then you it has to be cleaned before using it the organic, because it might be used for another purposes. So the cleaning records will be required. But in many cases, the packaging materials are not reused anymore. Okay, transporting. This is for the transportation. Okay, so what's the name of the transport? Transport for the agriculture ingredients when it comes into the factory. Who and how the ingredients are coming into the factory, how the finished products are outgoing, in what condition. So all these things should be added, written right here. Okay, what the method is used to minimize the negative impacts on the environment when transporting agriculture ingredients or finished products. This is really not a big deal. Just check here, optimizing transportation, because it is in Korean regulation is requiring this. That's why we put this section here. But this is not a big deal. And check anywhere here. Pollution prohibition or the collaboration prohibiting, anything will be fine here. What methods are used to prevent commingling and contamination with the conventional product when transporting? So Korean standard required to transport final product or the ingredients only for organic. But if it's fully packaged and then labeled, it could be transported with the conventional product. But if it's in bulk, it's not allowed to transport or moved with the conventional products, because it's easily be commingled or the contaminated. So the best answer here is we transport or we move the organic ingredient and the product only with the dedicated transport truck or the vehicles. But in case if it's transported, then just write transported with conventional product. Simply you can say here, we transport or move the product with the clear label, with a label which indicates the organic clearly. That's a good answer. What containers and equipment are used to weigh and move agricultural ingredient and finished product inside the facility? So this is about weight and where, because the operator has to record the amount and quantity or something, but without using weight machines, and the vehicles, it's not possible. That's why inspector will check how the operators will measure the weight and how the ingredients, how the products are moving inside the facility. So the important thing is the weight machines and the vehicles are only for organic or not. If it's used for both conventional and organic, and some adequate measure like some cleaning prevention method should be implemented before using for organic. So this is talking about the management, whether the weight machine or the vehicles are used only for organic or not, and if it's used for both, what prevision method were implemented before using for organic. So you have to summarize all those things here. And what's the cleaning method and cleaning verification method for the equipment and vehicle used there? This is the same thing. What is the cleaning method and cleaning verification? How to clean the equipment and the vehicles, and how to verify whether it's clean or not. In order to verify its cleaning status, there should be a checklist for the cleaning. So usually checklist is used to verify verification of the cleaning. Guys, please submit cleaning records of the equipment and vehicles used for the transportation. Okay, label and marketing plan of organic finished product. This is about the Korea certified organic product marketing and labeling. Describe the marketing plan and the distribution method to organic finished product. So simply say here, simply write here, we'll export to Korea as organic, and that's it. Submit the label used for the organic products. For the first time, you have to create a sample labeling, and then for the second year or the renewal application, you have to prepare the sample certification label for the product currently exported to Korea. Okay, record management. Korean standard required to submit all the management related data records for the past 3 months. So you have to check here always submitted, even though you're not submitted, but you have to check here submitted. If you submit not submitted, if you check here not submitted, will not be able to go for the inspection before you submit. So you have to check here always submitted. We complete the chart below regarding the type of document used for the incoming ingredient, agricultural ingredient from farm, current inventory in stock, and outgoing finished products. So you have to specify all the document name here for the incoming of the ingredients and current inventory stock and outgoing finished products. Document name here with details records here, and the method of use, computer if it's managed by computer, and check your computer. Or if it's managed by the hand and handwritten. and then name, give name of the manager, record keeper name should be here. Handling processing records for the something. This is for the audit trail. Agriculture ingredients, how inventory and the store with the verified as Korean certified organics. So when the ingredient comes in to the facility, to the storage warehouse, it should have a clear. The ingredient should have a clear labeling of Korean certification. So without label of the Korean certification, that will not consider as the Korean certified ingredients. So when the inspector go for the inspection, inspector will check the ingredient for the label. If the label, but if it's on farm produced or on self-produced, could not have the Korean certification information. But if it's if it's coming from the other source, other supplier, the supplier's certification number and supplier's name and Korean certification body name and Korean certification logo must be on to the ingredient label. So with that, could be considered or verified as a Korean certified organic. So that should be described here. We verify the Korean certified organic with the label, Korean certification number and Korean certified name and the Korean certification logo. But if it's in bulk, if ingredients are in bulk, then you have to ask for the separate documents with a lot number, which is indicating this lot number, this quantity is the Korean certified, and the certifier's name and certification number, and all those information should be on that documents. That's an evidence of the Korean certified organic. So you have to describe those things in this section, and describe the method which the lot numbers are given to organic ingredients brought in from the supplier. So when product ingredients comes into the factory, the operator have to assign a certain lot number for the ingredients, because the lot number should be on the production record, the incoming log and the production log. This lot number should be on there so that the production data could be linked to the raw material comes in. So in many cases, the incoming date is assigned to the ingredient which comes in that a certain day. So, but in most of the cases, internal lot numbering system is used for the ingredient, for also final product. So you have to summarize here what is the numbering system to assigning the lot numbers to the ingredient. Please summarize here. And then finish the products. Provide an example of the lot number of each product and explain the significance of the lot number. This is very important because your final product must have a lot number. Assigning lot number is very important. So it's recurred to the Korean standard. So you have to give an example of the lot number for each product, or you can attach a lot numbering system. Your internal lot numbering system documents separately. Okay, the product, but in many other companies they use production date for the product that they produce on that day. So the production date or the shelf life. The date of the shelf life date could be used for the lot numbers for the certain packaging of the product. Okay, so this is internal policy, internal manual. So there's no specific way to comply to the standard. But if you have a proper lot numbering system, which is possible to trace back from the finished product to the ingredient, that's it. Okay, we'll talk about this again during the audit trail section last minute. Are the product quantity of lot number of the input ingredients, semi-product products, and then something is in record documents. So the lot number of the input ingredients and semi-product products and numbers of finished product written on the production record document. This is very important. So without using the lot numbers for the ingredient, lot numbers for the finished product, the traceability is not possible. So in order to make it possible, you have to use the proper lot numbers for the ingredients and the lot numbers for the final product, so that it will be linked by your documentation. Okay, then you have to check your yes. Otherwise, if you're not used, there's no way to traceable to comply for the traceability requirement. Okay, traceability management. Write the names of the document used to record to the incoming agricultural ingredient to the outgoing finished product. So you have to specify all the document name here to link to trace from the incoming of the ingredient to the outgoing of finished product. So ingredient, this is an example. Ingredient purchase receipt and payment receipt. Ingredient input logs, because the ingredients are entered to the processing line. This is ingredient input logs, and production records and logs, entering of the finished product records, and shipment of the finished products. With each of these documents have the proper lot numbers that we can trace, because the final product, the lot number will be displayed on the final product label. That's why from the lot number of the final product, it should be able to trace back to the ingredient throughout all this document system. So incoming records. Okay, the incoming records. Incoming, basically you have to specify all the incoming details here for each ingredient. But you may use the spreadsheet or attach your relevant document as needed. It's better to submit the your data instead of enter so many information here. It takes time, so I recommend you to attach another applicable documents. As this is about the audit trail record. This is all related to the production, incoming and outgoing and inventory. Okay, so here the outgoing shipment record. This one is the same. This is for the organic ingredient incoming, and this is final product outgoing. Okay, and this is inventory. So the inventory incoming and outgoing inventory should be reconciled each other. So you may attach the relevant documents as needed. Have to check, have to write here, attach it some documents. We'll talk about this documents in here. Submit the record. This here is the audit trail, simple audit trail records. Here, finished product, shipping, outgoing inventory control lead document state. So this is the one that just copy of your pages, the records, 1 or 2 pages, and submit it to the shipping and production related documents records. then quantity, equipment, time, workers, that should be indicated on this production related records. This is all the regarding the audit trail records. This is about this is for this section. So you may say here, please see the attached audit trail documents. Okay, product quality control. Irradiation is not allowed, so irradiation not used. This is about the irradiation, and describe how products that you have been fumigated controlled during the fumigation is not allowed. So fumigation is not used. That's the proper answer. But this one is not applies to foreign operator. This one is just applies to the Korea domestic. So you don't need to put anything here. When the products with the different types of the certification or conventional products are handled at the facility, explain the measure taken to separate these products during storing, handling, processing, packaging, etc. This is talking about parallel production. So only certified products are handled. If you check here, you don't need to specify here anything, because your operation is considered as the only organic operation. But if you check here, conventional products are handled, that means that you do the organic and conventional in the same facility, same equipment. That's the parallel production. So but just in case, if you, for instance, if you handle organic bananas, but the conventional mango, which is not possible to mix each other because it's visually distinguishable, mango and banana, or the wheat and corn. In that case, it's not considered as the parallel production. So even if it's conventional products are handled, but it's not the parallel production. Okay, agricultural product with different types of certification are handled. Agricultural products with different types of certification are not handled. That I think if you process or if you handle like NOP and JAS or the EU, I think you have to check here, because your agricultural product with the different types of certification are handled. This is about the NOP EU JAS. But if you not handle or the process NOP EU JAS, you can check here. Okay, organic product to be separated. That's if the product is the banana is applied for the Korean certification, and if some organic bananas as well, but it's not applied for the Korean, it's conventional, then you have to check your banana. Strong stage, we have a different separate, only dedicated for organic Korea organic storage. That's good answer. We use a different storage. You use a different handling machines. You use a different area for packing and packing machine, or we use a different processing machine. It's good, but if you have just one equipment processing line, then also if you have just one strategy, and then it's used for the organic and conventional as well, and then you have to have separate it's a separate by section. Organic section and the non-organic section is separated by the space or something. And then handling, we handle the conventional product, but it's done in a different day. So the main focus is to produce or handle the organic and non-organic at the same time. If in that case, if it's case, in that case, there's a high risk of the cross contamination. That's why it's not allowed. So if you say here, organic and conventional is handled on different time or different day, that's correct answer here. The organic packaging is done, organic and conventional packaging is done in a different day or different place, or organic and the conventional, even though it's the same product, but it's packed in a different day or different area, different facility, different storage. That's the method of the separate. That kind of separate management is must be written here in all stages. Okay, let's go continue. If the steam touches, but if it's not steam touches, not applicable. Check here, not applicable. And describe the labeling plan for the packaging material if your original inputs are different types of. In many cases, this not applies. This is the labeling plan for the packaging material if your agricultural products with different types of certification are mixed. This not applies for the handler. So some places it not applies because it's only organic ingredients are mixed. But not with the different types of certification are mixed. Different types of certification is like a non-pesticide, which is not organic. But if it's organic with if it's organic with if only organic ingredients are used, that's not applies. That's not applicable. Okay, complete the chart below if some parts of the handling or processing are subcontracted and submit a copy of contract. If the products are goes to another place to produce or to be packed or to process, the subcontractor's information should be specified here. Name of the company and consignment details, and phone number, address here. If they are certified, then certification number should be here. But if not certified, check here, not certified. But in many cases, even though the subcontractors are not certified, that's okay for the Korean certification. But Korean certification require the contract, quality management contract between the applicant and subcontractor. So contract must be submitted. Check here. But if no subcontractors, then you put check here, not applicable. But there are some subcontractors. There's a subcontractor, but if the contract is not submitted, then please check here and explain why. Okay. And the provided below registrations, please check applicable registration here. This is not a big deal. This is for the references. Okay, submitted document evidence. Please refer the sheet 2-1 submitted docs. Complete the sheet. Sheet 2-1 and attach the record document. This is about this document checklist. Okay. So please complete this submitted documents. Just leave the blank here. This is no applies. Just leave blank. Applicant. If it's written by the applicant, please check here and then provide your name here. But if this form is completed by the proxy at the request of and confirmed by the applicant, please check here and name, proxy name here, date of birth, address, phone number is here. Applicant's name should be here, and the signature of the seal copy. This is the applicant's signature, not the proxy. Okay, we got through all the OSP here. It took also a long time. Okay, next time we will go through all these required documents to check what documents are required to the Korean standard and what documents must be prepared and submitted with the OSP. Thank you very much.